Hello Tom, how are you? Welcome to the live Tom. Thank you so much John joining in the live. Have a lovely day. Thank you Tom for joining in the live. Have a great day. Hello, hi. Thank you so much for sending me the star. Thank you. Solid Dart, thank you. Can you drop your name? Thank you for the star gift. Thank you so much. And can you drop your name? And next name we have Spencer. Ruras is a very big name. Thank you so much. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. And next name is Nawaf in the chat. Hello Nawaf, how are you? Thank you so much Nawaf for joining in the live. Can you drop your name? Who sent me the star? I love to do your name on my board. Can you tell me your name? Okay. And next name is Mustafa in the chat. Hello Mustafa. How are you? And have a great day. Thank you so much Mustafa for joining the live. Have a lovely day. And here is Nana in the chat. Hi Nana. How are you? And have a lovely day. Okay, next name we have Okay, next name is Nancy. Here is Asma in the chat. Hello Asma, how are you? And next name is Julia. Hi Julie, how are you? Thank you Julie for joining in the live. And here is Ian in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Ishan. Thank you Ishan for joining in the live. And have a beautiful day. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. And next name is Colin. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is Arab in the chat. Hello Arab. How are you? And have a great day. And here next name is I see Naveen in the chat. Hello Naveen, how are you? And have a great day. And here I see Rabia in the chat. Hello, have a great day. And here is I see. Next name is Candice in the chat. Have a great day. And next name is Harshit. Hello Harshit, how are you? And next name is okay, here is next name is Robbie in the chat. Hello Robbie, how are you? And here is Parviz in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Cat C. Hello, how are you? And have a beautiful day to you too. Thank you so much. And here is I see. Next name we have okay, next name we have hi Shivangi, how are you? and have a beautiful day. Thank you, Shivangi, for joining in the live. And here is Avalina in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Saksham. Hi, Saksham. How are you? And have a great day. Next name is I see. Hi, Nitish. How are you? Thank you so much, Nitish, for joining in the live. And here I see, here is Arif in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And next name is Hello Mark. How are you, Mark? Thank you, Mark, for joining the live. And here is I see Seth in the chat. Hello, have a beautiful day. And here is Margarita. Thank you so much, Margarita, and have a great day. And next name we have Jeda. Okay, Yeda. Thank you, Yedi, for joining in the live. And here I see. Next name is and here is next name is Liu in the chat. Have a lovely day. And next name we have Scott. Hello, Scott. How are you? And have a great day. And here is Jolene. Thank you so much, Jolene, for joining in the live. And here is Zaki in the chat. Hello, Zaki. And here is Morgan. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for joining in the live stream. And here is I see Yash in the chat. Hello, Yash. How are you? And here I see. Okay, next name is I see Shivam in the chat. Have a great day. Thank you, Shivam. And here is Darisha. Lalo, hello. Have a great day. And next name we have Hi Jaden. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here I see Dawa in the chat. Hello, have a great day. And here is Veena in the chat. Hi Veena. And here I see next name is here is Stefan. Hello, Stefan. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is Beauty in the chat. Hello, have a nice day. And next name is Hello, Alexia. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Harriet. Hello, how are you? And have a great day. And here is Ellie. Thank you for joining in the live. Have a beautiful day. And here I see Rampraksh in the chat. Hello, have a great day to you. Thank you so much. And here is Osmail in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And next name is Barry. Hi Barry, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Borika. Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Precious. Hello Precious, how are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is I see. Hello Ali, how are you? Thank you so much Ali for joining in the live. And here is Lucy in the chat. Have a lovely day. And here I see Rojin. Hi Rojin, how are you? And here I see here is Finally, your brother name. Thank you, Finally. Have a beautiful day. And here I see, hello Ahad, how are you? And have a great day. And next name is Rahab. Hello Rahab, have a great day. And here is I see Musa. Thank you so much Musa, and thank you for joining the live. Have a lovely day to you. Okay. Thank you so much guys for joining in the live. And here next now we have and here next name is Car in the chat. Hello, sir. Thank you for joining in the live and have a great day. And here is Clara. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Clara, for joining in the live. And here I see Yusak. Thank you so much, Yusak, for joining in the live. And here is It's me. Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Candy. Hello. Have a great day. And here is Ruby in the chat. Hi, Ruby. How are you? And here is Matabin, I think so. Matabin in the chat. And here is have a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Yusuf in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Yusuf. And here is Kamal. Have a great day. And next name is Cecil in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here next name is Alexander. How are you? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys, to get your name on the board? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat to get your name on the board? And here is see you. Hello, you. How are you? And here is Eva. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Eva. Thank you, Vikash. Have a lovely day to you. And here I see next name is. Okay, here is Olwami. Hello, Olwami. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And next name we have Maria. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Maria, for joining in the live. Thank you, Batul. Have a lovely day. And here is I see. Hi, Prince. How are you? Thank you, Prince, for joining in the live. And here is Safarine. Thank you, Safarine. Have a beautiful day. And here is Ahura. Thank you for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. SAE Mom. Thank you for joining in the live. Thank you, Maria. And here is Angu. Hello, Angu. How are you? And have a beautiful day. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys, to get your name on the board? And here is hi, Naveen. How are you? And have a beautiful day to you. And here is a XX. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Nabila. Have a beautiful day. And here is Zara in the chat. Hello, Zara. How are you? And here is Maya. Have a great day. And next name is hello, Sean. How are you? Thank you, Sean, for joining in the live. And here is Maddie in the chat. Hello, Maddie. How are you? And here is Busy. Thank you so much for joining in the live stream and have a beautiful day. And here is Afan Iqbal in the chat. Hello Afan Iqbal. Have a great day. And here is next name is I see. Hi Ayush. Thank you so much for joining in the live and have a lovely day. And here is Prince Imran in the chat. Here you go. And here next name is Maruf. Have a great day. And here is I see your chance in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Thank you for joining the live. Hi Alma, how are you? Thank you so much Alma for joining in the live. And here is Ishal. Thank you Ishal for joining in the live and have a great day. And next name is I see Uzair. Hello Uzair, how are you? And next name is Busta. Have a beautiful day. And here is Sarah in the chat. Hello Sarah. And here is Hi Brazil. Thank you so much Brazil for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. Thank you so much. And here I see next name is Nicole. Nicole. Thank you so much Nicole for joining in the live and have a great day. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. And next name we have Bangchen. Hi Bangchen, how are you? And have a beautiful day. And next name is Shani. Thank you Shani for joining in the live. And here I see Piyush in the chat. Hello Piyush, how are you? And have a great day. And here I see Evelyn in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Exxon. Thank you for joining in the live. And next we have Faru. Hello Faru, how are you? And here I see next name is Demon. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Aksa. Thank you so much. And here I see Leandro. Have a beautiful day. And here is I'm sorry. Hello, I'm sorry. Have a great day. Hello, how are you? Thank you, Alfia, for joining in the live. There is Horace in the chat. And next name is Hi Hibu. How are you? And here is Evelyn. Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Juliana. How are you? Thank you, Juliana, for joining in the live and have a great day. Hello, William. Welcome back to the live. Thank you so much and have a lovely day. Next name is Priyanshi. Have a great day, Priyanshi. And next name we have, and here is Sankit. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Sankit. Thank you, Whisper. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Whisper, for joining in the live. And here is Alina. Have a great day. And next name we have Luciana. Thank you so much, Luciana, for joining in the live. And here is Harlow. Thank you so much. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat? And here is Ritash. Thank you so much, Ritash, for joining in the live. And here is Gabriel. Thank you so much, Gabriel, for joining in the live. And here is Hi Janet, how are you? Thank you, Janet, for joining in the live. And here I see Kimbo, how are you? And here I see Elna Gila. Thank you for joining in the live. And here next name is Hello Sumit, how are you? Thank you Sumit for joining in the live. And here is Shinor in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Liwa. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is Amna in the chat. Hello Amna. Have a good day. And next name is Rina. Have a beautiful day. And here is Okta. Thank you so much, Okta, for joining in the live and have a great day. And here is Joelia. Thank you so much, Joelia, for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. And here is Dave. Thank you, Dave. And next name is Lily in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Erica. Thank you so much, Erica, for joining in the live. Okay, next name is it's Evelyn or Evelina. And here is Elsa in the chat. Hello Elsa, how are you? And here is Rebecca. Thank you so much. Rebecca, thank you so much and have a great day. What's your name? And here next name is I see Alina. Thank you so much, Alina, for joining in the live. And here I see next name is Jesla in the chat. Hello Jesla, how are you? And here is Daniela. Have a beautiful day. And here is I see Amy. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining in the live. And here is Ochko. Have a beautiful day. And next name is I see and here is Mia in the chat. Hello Mia, how are you? And have a lovely day to you. And here is Arya. Have a great day. And here is Umra in the chat. Thank you so much. And next name is Hi Nana. How are you? And have a lovely day. And next name is First Chapin. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. And here is On in the chat. Hello On, how are you? And here is Lucio. Thank you for joining in the live and have a lovely day. Next name we have Fatima. Hello, how are you? Stitch. How are you? Thank you so much, Stitch. And here is Larry. Have a beautiful day. The next name is Chirag in the chat. Hello, Chirag. How are you? And here is Hello, Kev. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is I see Sophia. Thank you for joining in the live. Next name is Lucia. Thank you so much and have a great day to you. And Chinar, I already done your name. And here next name is Ashu in the chat. Hello Ashu. And here is Mahi. Thank you Mahi for joining in the live. And here is Orchid in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Rajab and Iman in the chat. Here you go. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. And here is Maddie. Hello, Maddie. How are you? And have a great day to you. And here is I see Rajveer. Hi, Rajveer. How are you? And here is Yun Chai. Have a beautiful day. And next name is Noha. Have a beautiful day. And here is Kiran Asim in the chat. Hello, Kiran Asim. Have a beautiful day. And here is I see and here is Okay, thank you Oki for joining in the live. And here is Jared. Thank you Jared for joining in the live. And have a beautiful day. Hello Abdul, how are you? And next name we have hello Lizzie, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is I see Jesslyn. Hello Jesslyn, how are you? And have a great day. And here is Arham in the chat. Hello Arham. And next name is we have Anish Wada in the chat. Hello Anish. Wada, have a great day. Can anyone send me a gift, guys? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Can anyone? Hi Subhan, how are you? Thank you Subhan for joining in the live. Hello Sabah, how are you? And next name is Huran. Hi Huran, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is Melissa. Thank you Melissa for joining in the live. And here next name is Celine in the chat. Have a great day. And next name we have Cindy. Hello, have a nice day. And here is Jelani. Thank you so much. And here is Victor in the chat. Hello Victor, how are you? Thank you Victor. And here is Pauline in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And next name is I see here is Khan in the chat. Hello Lenny. Hi Lenny, how are you? And here is Zana. Thank you Zana for joining in the live. And here is Alma. Have a great day. And next name is Fazine. Thank you so much Fazine for joining in the live. And have a lovely day. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Can anyone? Hi, Haram. How are you? Thank you, Haram, for joining in the live. And here is. Okay, what's your name, Juliet? I see your name just right now. And here is. Next name is. Okay, Uze, here you go. And next name is I see. Okay, you found me again. And here is Elizabeth. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you? And here is Winnie. Thank you, Winnie, for joining in the live. And here is I see Inoha. Have a beautiful day. And here is Maluma. Thank you so much and have a great day. And here I see Naomi in the chat. Hello, have a great day. And here is next name is Ima. Have a beautiful day. And next name is I see. And hello Simin, how are you? Thank you Simin for joining in the live. And here is Mommy. Have a great day. And here is Rafa. Thank you so much Rafa for joining in the live. And next name we have Guzman. Hello Guzman. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Myla. How are you? And here is NidArt. And NidArt. Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Amelia. How are you? And next name we have Jinan in the chat. Hi Jinan, how are you? And here is I see Lara Raj. Hello Lara Raj, how are you? And have a great day. And here is Jasmine. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, Jasmine. And here is Nick in the chat. Have a great day. And here is just drop me the names, guys. And here is Amelia. Thank you, Amelia, and have a great day. And here is I see. Hello, Victoria. How are you? Thank you so much, Victoria, for joining in the live. And here is Jacqueline. Okay, what's your name? I don't know which one is your name. Just only drop your name. And here is Lucas. Thank you, Lucas, for joining in the live. And here is I see. And Carrie, yeah, in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Can anyone send me a gift? I am waiting for so long. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Hello Max, how are you? Thank you so much, guys. Can anyone send me a gift? I'm waiting for so long. Hi, Tammy. How are you? Thank you, Tammy, for joining in the live. And here is hi, Nikki. How are you? And here is I see Natty. Have a great day. And here is Morgan in the chat. Thank you, Christine. Thank you so much for the gift. I'm gonna write your name. Thank you for the treat. What's your name? Christina. Is your name is Christina? Thank you so much. Okay, your name is Bobby. Thank you, Bobby, and welcome back to the live. Thank you for joining in the live. I'm gonna write your name. Thank you so much. Okay, Bobby, I'm gonna write your name. Have a great day. Can anyone send me a gift, guys? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat to get your name? How you go, Bobby? Name is John. Thank you, Bobby, and have a beautiful day. Thank you. Here you go. And next name is. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat? Hi, Corey. How are you? And here is Xperia. How are you? And next name we have Tammy. Hello, Tammy. How are you? And have a great day. And here is Lincoln. How are you? And have a beautiful day. Hi, Lena. How are you? Thank you so much, Lena, for joining in the live. And here is Timmy in the chat. Hello, Timmy. How are you? And here is Summer. Hello, Summer. How are you? And have a great day. And here is Yuki. Hello, how are you? And here is okay. Next name is Ivan. Hello, Ivan. How are you? And here is Malia in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Georgia in the chat. Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. Here you go, Tammy. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Ikor in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is I see. Okay, here next name is Moody. How are you? And here is Olivia. Thank you so much, Olivia, for joining in the live. And here is Peggy. Have a beautiful day. And here is Zach in the chat. Hello. How are you? And here I see next name is Abhishek. How are you? Thank you, Abhishek, for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. I'm waiting for so long. Can anyone? Hi, Lily. How are you? No one sending me a gift today. I did not get any gift today. And here is Hania. Hello, Hania. Thank you so much, Hania, for joining in the live. And here is Vidu. Thank you, Vidu. And here. Okay, you want me to write Shiv God Kingdom? Can you just drop your name? Hello Emma, how are you? Thank you Emma for joining in the live. And here is Tina. Have a great day. And here is Bella. Thank you so much Bella for joining in the live. And here is Icy. Ernie, have a beautiful day. And here is Icy. Arif, thank you so much, Arif, for joining in the live and have a lovely day. And here I see Liana, have a beautiful day. And here I see next name is Dua, have a Dua. Here is Dua, Dua, Dua. And here is Kelsey, have a beautiful day. Thank you, Kelsey, for joining in the live. And here is Chiku. Hello, Chiku. Have a great day. And here I see next name is Denise in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Hawa. Hello, how are you? And here next name is I see Alexa. Alaska, thank you so much. And here is next name is Erin. Have a beautiful day. And next name we have Anurag. Hello Anurag, how are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is Sandy. Hello Sandy, how are you? And have a lovely day. And here is Fatima. Hello Fatima, how are you? And here is Diana. Have a lovely day. And here is next name is Kennedy in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is I see next name is Tim in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Here is BTS fan is here in the chat. Here you go BTS. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? I'm waiting. And here is Adderley. How are you? Can anyone make my day today? Hi, Raker. How are you? Can anyone make my day? Hi, Chai. How are you? Thank you so much. And here, Natalie. Hello, Natalie. How are you? And have a lovely day. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in the live and have a beautiful day to you. And next name is Hi, Mona. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Priyank. Thank you, Priyank, for joining in the live. And here is Chinar, I think. Thank you so much for joining in the live and have a beautiful day. Hello Zara, how are you? And here is I see. Thank you Erin, thank you so much for sending me a treat gift. I'm gonna write your name. And thank you so much. I'm gonna write your name, Erin. Thank you so much for sending me a gift. And have a beautiful day. Thank you, Erin, for a small mini gift. And have a beautiful day. Okay, can anyone send me a gift and get your name on the board? Can anyone? Okay, here is Aaron name is John. Thank you so much. And next name we have Abba. Hello Abba, how are you? And here is Amin in the chat. Hello, have a great day. And here I see. Hi Jess. Think it's your name is Jazz or Sun. I write both the name. And here is Alan in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Samad. Hello Samad, how are you? And have a beautiful day to you. And here is Sujipta. Have a beautiful day. And here is Daisy. Hello Daisy. How are you? And here is Aspella in the chat. Hello Aspella. Have a great day. Hi Anna, welcome back to the live, Anna dear. Thank you so much. It's okay, Anna. It's okay. Thank you so much for being my live stream. And here is I see Praise. Thank you so much and have a beautiful day. And next name is Hi Natalia. How are you? Thank you, Natalia, for joining in the live. And here I see Priyanka. Hello, Priyanka. How are you? And here is Shelly in the chat. Hello, Shelly. How are you? And here is Shaloi. Thank you for being in the live stream. And here is Lisa. Thank you, Vanessa, and have a great day to you. And here I see Barbie. Hello, Barbie. How are you? And here is Shahid in the chat. Hello, Shahid. Have a nice day. And here is Sanu in the chat. Hello, have a great day. Hello, Yunchai. How are you? And here next name is Marha. Have a beautiful day. And here is Camila. Thank you for joining in the line. And here is I see. Hi Zakia, how are you? Thank you Zakia for joining in the live. And here is Rosie. Thank you Rosie for joining in the live. And here is Talita. Have a great day. Your next name is Gopal. Have a beautiful day. And welcome back to the live. Chiro, thank you for joining in the live and have a great day. And here is SKC in the chat. And next name is I see Xavier. Hello, have a lovely day. And here is Mariano. Have a beautiful day. And here is Kiana. Thank you so much, Kiana, for joining in the live. And here is Beauty. Hi, Beauty. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Maxine in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Emma. Thank you so much, Emma, for joining in the live. And here is Kev. Hi Kev, how are you? And here is Medina. Have a beautiful day. Okay, red tomato. I do name that tomato. Here you go. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Shelly. Thank you, Shelly, for joining in the live. And here I see Aya. Hello, Aya. Have a great day. Okay, here is Hyunjin. Thank you so much, Hyunjin, for joining in the live. And here is Flannery in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Marlene. Thank you for joining in the live. And next name is Hello Seong Min. How are you? And here is Felix. Thank you, Felix, and have a beautiful day to you. And here is Hi Pratana. Hi Pratana, how are you? And have a great day to you. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat? Who's gonna make my day today? Hi, Gaurav. How are you? Can anyone make my day today? Hi, Darshika. How are you? Thank you, Darshika. And here is Malvina. Have a good day. Thank you, Malvina. And here is Herring in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Jong in the chat. Hello, have a beautiful day to you. And here is Aya. Have a nice day. Okay, drop your name. Drop your name so I can write your name. Imal, thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Minhu. Here is Minhu. And next name we have Rohan in the chat. Hello Rohan, how are you? And here is Asya. Thank you so much, Asya, for joining in the live. And have a lovely day to you. And next name we have okay, Cap. Here you go. You can take the screenshot, Cap. Okay, next name we have. Here is NC. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, NC, for joining in the live. And here is Sonila. Have a great day. And here is Arup. Thank you so much, Arup, for joining in the live. And here is Kong in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And Amiha, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining in the live. And here is IC. Here is Maxine. Here you go. Thank you for joining in the live. And here is Cog Love. Thank you so much and have a great day to you. And next name is Abigail in the chat. Have a great day. Thank you, Abigail, for joining in the live. And next name we have okay, here is IC. Alijo, how are you? Thank you, Alijo. And here is Ibrahim in the chat. Hello Ibrahim, how are you? And next name we have our feet in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Okay, I'm gonna go now. Thank you. Thank you so much for being in the live. Bye. Hello Horace, how are you? Bye, bye, bye. And here is Marlene in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Young Min. Hello, how are you? And here is Eddie. Thank you, Eddie, for joining in the live. And here is Sarah. Thank you, Sarah, for joining in the live. And next name we have Hello, Haya. How are you? And have a lovely day. And here is Darla. Thank you so much, Darla. And here is I see Arena. Have a beautiful day. And here is I see Priyanshu. Thank you, Priyanshu, for joining in the live. And here I see Hello, Tony. Hello, how are you? And here I see Darren. Thank you, Darren, for joining in the live. And have a beautiful day. And here I see Semanur. Thank you for joining in the live. Can anyone send me a gift or super chat, guys? Can anyone send me a gift or super chat? Can anyone? Hi, Sarah. How are you? And here is Marlena. Hi, Marlena. Thank you so much for joining in the live. And here is Ravi in the chat. Hello, have a beautiful day. And here is Scarlett. Thank you, Scarlett, and have a great day. And here is Prince in the chat. Hello, Prince, how are you? And here is Liana. Have a lovely day. And here is Alanur in the chat. Hello, Alanur. And here is next name is Inami. Thank you, Inami, for joining in the live. And here is Mughal in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Ritam. Hello, Ritam. How are you? And next name is Kenzie. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for your compliment. And here I see. Okay, these all names are done. Hello, Yasmin. How are you? Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Isin. Have a great day. And here is thank you for subscribing. And here I see Amit in the chat. Hello, Amit. How are you? And have a lovely day. Hi, Sonia. Have a great day. Thank you, Sonia. And here is dark-eyed girl in the chat. Hello, dark-eyed girl, and have a beautiful day. Okay, next name is here is Hasnan. Thank you, Hasnan, for joining in the live. And here is Madeline, how are you? Okay, happy birthday to you. Wish you a very happy birthday to you. Why did you not drop your name? Hello Noor, how are you? And here is okay, Talina. Wish you a very happy birthday to you. Thank you, Talina, for joining in the live and have a great day. And here is Alisa in the chat. Hello, Alisa, how are you? And here is I see Amalia in the chat. Have a great day. And here is Nora. Hello, Nora, how are you? Okay, I think today is no one sending a gift. Can anyone send me a gift, guys? Can anyone make my day? Hi, Josie. How are you? And here is Malaysia. Thank you so much and have a great day. And here is White in the chat. Have a beautiful day. And here is Cody. Hello, how are you? And next name is I see Messenger in the chat. And here is Paloma. Have a beautiful day. And here I see next name is Nasibullah. How are you, Nasibullah? Thank you for joining in the live. And have a great day. Thank you guys for 100 likes done. Hi Zul. Okay, hi Zuli. How are you? Thank you so much, Zuli, for joining in the live. And here is Jisoo. Have a great day. Salute. Thank you so much and have a great day. Next name is Jisoo in the chat. Here you go, Jisoo. And here is Banon in the chat. Have a beautiful day. Okay, next name we have was disconnected. Okay, sorry guys, my internet was disconnected. And next name we have is here in the chat, guys. Okay, where is that? Here is Iran in the chat. Here you go. And next name we Asini, hello, how are you? Thank you so much for joining in the live. And okay, what you said, Anna? What that? What happened? What's going on? What you said, I did not read it. And here is, I see Olivia. Hello, Olivia. How are you? And have a great day. And here is what you wanna drink. Is Candor. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And here I see. Hi, Georgie. How are you? And have a beautiful day. And here is Hisa in the chat. Hello, how are you? Okay, guys, I'm checking last 5 names, then I will end the live. I'm checking last 5 names, then I will end the live. Here is 5, 4, 3, 2, and the last name is we have Free Frosting. And here is I see last name is Scarlett. How are you? Thank you for joining in the live. Okay guys, thanks for watching. See you in the next live, guys. Bye everyone, bye, thank you.